What's going on, guys? My name's Jason Morris, and today we're going to talk about the DJI Osmo Pocket and some certain moves that you guys can do to make your videos look much better. Now, there are a whole bunch of different moves that you can use, but definitely use some of these sparingly. Now, a few of these are very, very basic moves, but can really enhance the type of your videos and just really creates a different sort of view and perspective of what you're trying to show the audience. All right, this one, the Parallax Effect. This one is a really cool effect when it comes to having a subject right in front of your camera. Now, this is an incredible move used in Hollywood films. It can be a very powerful tool to tell your story. It helps separate the subject from the background and gives heaps of movement in the background. Depending on what is in the background, you may want to keep it eye level, but you can also bring it slightly lower to give the perspective that your subject is more powerful in appearance. The tilt move. This one is very, very simple to do. But this move is extremely effective to your story. You can start by facing it low and tilting up to reveal the full subject or the point of view. This move is great for revealing buildings and showing pretty much how large they are. Panning is another simple move you can do with your DJI Osmo Pocket. Panning the camera can also help you reveal the story, but also show the full scale of the picture. So you can pretty much show exactly what's in the background. These two moves are simple, yet really perfect to have in your arsenal. Now, this one is a cool one, the Vertigo Effect. You may have seen this in a few movies before, specifically Vertigo, also Jaws, you see it in Jaws. This is where you simultaneously, so Dolly In, and then you can zoom out at the same time or vice versa. Dolly out and zoom in. It gives you this really weird, trippy vertigo effect. You can also do this with the DJI Osmo Pocket. Obviously there's no zoom, but you can push in or dolly out, and then in your post-processing, you are going to crop in or crop out like this. Now, dolly in and dolly out. It's another very basic move, but can also enhance the story. So traditionally, this is usually used with the dolly that is set on tracks. This is where the camera pushes in or out on a subject. Pushing in can narrow the audience into a particular subject you want them to see, or even show the importance of what is happening. Alternatively, dolly out can help reveal the scale of the scene and help show your subject's movements. Tracking left or tracking right. This is another very simple move you can do with the DJI Osmo Pocket. Just make sure that you are walking nice and steady and using those nice ninja moves. So when you track left or right, just hold it nice and steady and move left to right or right to left. Specifically, if there's nothing moving in the scene, just really adds to the dynamic and gives a little bit more movement and excitement to the scene. Alternatively, you can use an object in the foreground. This can also enhance this movement. It gives the appearance that there is more movement happening than there actually is. So follow or tracking a subject. This can also happen in a couple of different ways. It purely depends on your story. Following a subject can help show the direction of your subject in which way it's moving. And it can also show the audience at the same time as the character or subject. Alternatively, you can follow the subject from the front, which gives more mystery into what is in the subject's path and direction, which is also similar to following the subject sideways. Now the whip pan, you may have seen this quite a lot on YouTube. That's pretty much just when you hold the gimbal steady and whip it from left to right or right to left really quick, and then you match up another clip, you do exactly the same, and then you match up the motion blur within the two clips. That is how you get a nice smooth transition. The jib. Now this is also referred to as the boom or the crane or the toe to headshot. There are a whole bunch of different names you can use for this, but essentially with the DJI Osmo Pocket, all you need to do is go from, say, to the toe and pull up all the way up above the head. Now you can also attach this to, say, a tripod or your Joby Gorilla Pod, and then you can actually lift it a little bit higher than you normally would with holding it in your hand. And it gives a really interesting perspective from almost like a bird's eye view. Now the low angle movements. You can also dolly in with this, track left, track right. It's purely up to you, but this low movement is really good for making your subjects look strong and powerful. And it just really creates a little bit more different dynamic to the scene as opposed to your normal eye level. Now hyperlapses. Hyperlapses are my favorite when it comes to the DJI Osmo Pocket. They are very, very simple to use, and all you need to do is use object tracking and then track an object while you're walking. You just gotta walk nice and slow, and all the magic happens in post-production. You can watch my other videos when it comes to hyperlapses. The link is in the description below, but if you haven't seen them as well, all you need to do in post-production is speed it up by around about 1000% and then nest the video and then put warp stabilizer over the top, and essentially it'll give you a nice smooth hyperlapse video. Motion lapse is another cool feature with the DJI Osmo Pocket. Now this thing, all you need to do is set it on a tripod, select at least 2 points, and then it'll go from point A to point B in a certain period of time. So you also need to select the interval and total time of the full time lapse. And essentially this will give you a nice time lapse, but obviously a little bit more motion. So it just adds a little bit more dynamic to that movement. So that is 12 gimbal moves that you guys can use, throw it into your arsenal, and help create much better videos for your DJI Osmo Pocket. So if you found this useful, guys, please hit that like button, subscribe if you already haven't, make sure you hit that bell notification so you can get notified when my next videos come out. Guys, my name is Jason Morris, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, let's get it.